finding your husband through astrology and through the birth chart. What does it say about your future husband? I like to look at the 7th house. This is one trick that I love to use. So look at your 7th house and look at the ruler of the 7th house. So how to do that is basically your rising sign is your 1st house, and opposite to that is your 7th house. So if you're a Taurus rising, Scorpio is your 7th house, and the ruler of that sign, so if it's Scorpio, Mars would be the traditional ruler of your 7th house, and I will list all of the traditional rulers of all of the signs here so you can find your rising sign opposite to that, and you'll know the ruler. Now Mars, you're going to want to see which house is Mars in for you. Which sign is Mars in for you? Is Mars in Aries? Is Mars in Libra? You'll want to get a picture and it'll say, okay, this is the type of man, or this is kind of what the husband will bring to my life. It's not necessarily, okay, he's going to be exactly what that sign is, but it will tell you a lot of information about the type of person, what he can bring to your life, how he can benefit you, how marriage and a union like that will benefit your life.
Women used to decide on a husband based on his ability to provide and protect. Women like her consider the positions of the planets and the stars, the astrological signs of her and different men, and any number of ridiculous, insignificant factors. I imagine if she gave someone an in-depth horoscope, it would be something like this.
Response to Roman numeral 27, section 3, part 2 of subset D of the question. The answer is 4?
Right.
Let's talk more about your Jupiter placement and your husband or husbands. Jupiter in Cancer or Jupiter in the 4th house. Imagine a guy who is all about homely vibe. He's definitely going to be a homebody. He's all about emotional connection. The type to offer up like thoughtful gestures on a silver platter to make sure that you feel emotionally safe. Your bond is definitely going to be very deep, very nurturing. Home is where the heart is, and I feel like with him it's always going to be very warm, very welcoming. You'll always have a home with him. Leo, 5th house Jupiter. So I feel like this man is going to be like the king of the jungle. He's always in the spotlight. He's always loving it. Think like grand romantic gestures always. Like on a Tuesday afternoon, 100 roses. This man will always make you feel like royalty. With him is going to be like a glamorous adventure. Expect a lot of fun, a lot of passion, and of course a little bit of drama to keep things interesting.
Did you notice that she said husband or husbands? My guess is that she is either into polyandry or doesn't plan to be married to the same man for the rest of her life. Either way, it's probably best to stay away from this one.
Yesterday was the first day of Mercury retrograde. There are so many crazy things this is going to do to your love life, all the way till August 28th. But it's not all bad. Seriously, for some of you, this is going to be life-changing in the best way. I'll go over exactly what's going to happen in your love life from now until August 28th. All the tricky things that you need to be watching out for. I also do monthly readings based on your entire personal birth chart, going into all the details about love, career, health, everything, based on your entire personal chart for only $6.99 in the link in my bio.
It's a shame that this woman subscribes to this craziness. Looks alone? I think she's a solid 7. Remember, guys, never stick your you-know-what in crazy. And most modern women today register at least a little on the crazy scale.
Not gonna lie, this week's astrology looks like the most dramatic out of this whole year. Just messy. Messy, 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 messy. I made this tweet 2 days ago that celebrities about to start crashing out. And I know celebrities been crashing out like from the beginning of this year, but we're gonna see it like in a way we haven't seen it before, and from people we definitely wouldn't even suspect. I also been talking about this since the beginning of the year. In January, I dropped this video and I started talking about it before everything started really popping off. But this week in particular, you guys, since we got Mercury moving back into Leo, it was just retrograding in Virgo. It's now about to be retrograding in Leo. For certain signs, if you got fixed signs, especially fixed signs in your chart, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, you want to be very careful with what you say publicly.
Since the beginning of movies being made in Hollywood in the early 1900s, celebrity relationships have been crashing and burning. The schedules alone are not conducive to marriage. Add in all of the temptations of alcohol, drugs, and other good-looking people in their circles, it's a wonder that any of them even bother to get married at all. Astrology has nothing to do with it.
A Taurus will not love you unless you give them things, and those things are going to be very expensive. These people measure love by the things that you give them and the monetary value that they hold. So if you've got a little bit of money or a lot of money, run. Run because they will bleed you dry. And you know what? They're smart about it. They're not going to come outright and say, I want things. I want you to give me things. Oh, they will be at a store with you and you'll just be casually browsing, and all of a sudden they'll see the most expensive thing in the room. And then they'll say that they've wanted this random thing forever and it's been on their wish list, and it would make them the happiest, and they would just love you so much and be so eternally grateful if you were to give it to them. And then they give you the eyes, the puppy eyes. How can you say no to the puppy eyes?
This woman just described a male gold digger. Women, like this one, apparently despise male gold diggers, but have no problem with female ones. Rich women are generally in favor of prenups, but poor women usually oppose them. Gee, I wonder why. All of these women in this video seem to truly believe in the power of astrology and are trying to convince other women to embrace the power, with one of them even overtly doing so for a fee of $6.99. To this I say,
go ahead, try and sell it. You want to be a dumpster. Give it a shot.